Yo, what's going on with y'all? It's your boy Neo XO coming back at y'all with another Black Clover video. Black Clover is finally back with chapter 332, and right out the gate it is lit. I'm telling y'all right now, it is lit. Tabata has given us a color page double spread with Yuno and Asta, and I feel like this is a good color page going into this next arc of the series because we got Yuno and Asta. They don't really have nobody else. I know some people might be upset that there's no Noel, but you gotta realize going into the end of this is gonna be a race between Asta and Yuno. So that's why I think personally that this is a good color page going into this. And at the end of the day, it's clean. All Tabata color pages have been really clean. Now let's take a look at this color page really quickly. Definitely gonna put this on screen. Now look here, we can see Asta is covering up his devil arm. So at some point during the time skip, so yes, there is a time skip. It is 15 months. So it's been over a year since the events of the last chapter. It's going to be very interesting to see how this develops, because this is just hype right here, man. This is just hype. So I'm going to get into the chapter and stuff, but let me first, finish talking about the color page. Really cool. I mean, I guess I said everything I had to say about the color page. Pretty cool. All right, getting into the chapter. So the chapter actually begins with Lucifero pretty much talking about how he has the strongest magic. That's pretty much been his character since the beginning, proclaiming to be the strongest and all of the things of that sort. And then Lucius appears and he's basically like, indeed, but in this world the humans have the superior magic, and takes his heart. So he just basically got sunned pretty much by Lucius. A human pretty much just did that to the highest ranking devil. That's just crazy. That's mind boggling. Nobody would have ever thought that the humans would have like the strongest person. So it's basically going back to how Lucifero was just underestimating all of the humans. There's formidable opponents in every race, I would say. The elves have formidable opponents, humans, the devils. So you really can't take anybody from any particular group to be a weakling. People always would look at Asta as a weakling, for instance, because he didn't have any magic. But look at him now. He's on the path to literally being the next wizard king. So also taking place in this chapter, there is a ceremony and Asta is finally promoted to senior magic knight. That's basically where Yuno was before. So he's basically getting put on the level that Yuno was at, basically like that vice captain, right? So Asta's at vice captain level now, and in this chapter, it said that Yuno is actually a grand magic knight. So that's captain level right there. So that is crazy that, Asta takes a step forward and he doesn't actually end up on the same ranking as Yuno, because Yuno also took a step forward. So right now, Yuno is actually ahead of Asta in that sense, because at the Grand Magic Knight level, that's basically only one ranking below Wizard King. So technically Yuno is actually closer. We all know this is something that I hear all the time about people saying, what, there's no way that Asta isn't on the same level. But it all has to do with the I guess the devil controversy. Like, they were trying to accuse Asta of things that he definitely shouldn't have been convicted on. They were trying to basically put all the kind of blame on Asta. But in this chapter, actually, let me get into that. Fugelian actually talks with Asta, and he basically saying that people distrust people with the devil's power, right? But Asta has so much merit, and he thinks that will be recognized. And just Asta hearing that from Fugelian actually makes Asta pretty happy from that fact, because since the beginning of the series, I thought it was a cool moment when Fugelian kind of believed in Asta since the beginning of the series, right before the time where he got, ambushed by Patri. So I think it's pretty cool. I feel like that comes full circle. But speaking of Fugelian, there's so much to get into. Like, this is a chapter where we're getting a ton of new information, and that's one thing I really love about Tabata. Like, none of the chapters ever feel like they're dragging. It always feels like every chapter actually has some progression, you know, not really any stagnation. Now, going back to the point about the devils and people being distrusting of them, Damnatio has disappeared. So the whole trials and all of that with, you know, putting Asta and the devils on trial, and the people who they suspect have been working with devils on trial, basically trying to say that they betrayed the kingdom and that they're evil people or bad people, that is all on hold. The trials are on hold because Damnatio is gone. Now, first off, my first reaction, because I know you guys probably like, I wonder what that means, he disappeared. To be honest, it's been like 15 months, over a year, since the events of whenever Lucius and Damnatio confronted each other, right? And we seen what Lucius did to Damnatio, and he has not been seen ever since. Guys, he might be done. Like, he might be dead. Like, he might not be alive at this point, like, to be honest with you. I mean, there's a chance. I don't even want to say there's a chance, bro. Like, if he's been gone for that long and nobody knows where he's at, let me just put it like this: it's not looking good for him. That's what I'm gonna say about that. It's not looking good for him. He probably got offed, and we probably witnessed it firsthand, and he didn't come back from that, right? People were saying maybe he will come back. If he ain't back by over a year, I don't know. I mean, at the same time, you know, on a secret mission. But I don't think that's Damnatio. They don't know where that man at. I'm telling y'all right now, I think he did. That's my thought. I think he did. But getting back into the meeting, you know, they got some gossiping going on. Asta pretty much thinks that Fugelian Nozel or Mirileona is going to be the next Wizard King. And they're like, we're not even worried about that right now because all of the stuff that's going on. And Julius is actually not at this ceremony. So they're kind of wondering. So this kind of confirms they don't know about Julius's connection to Lucius, right? They don't know about that connection. That just kind of confirms it, because if they're talking about, hey, the Wizard King is missing, then they're kind of just like playing it off like, oh, he tends to do this sometimes. Like, you know, he tends to transform into like a disguise and just walk around and do these types of things. Like, it just seems in character for Julius to miss a meeting. So they're not really thinking too deeply about it. They're not like, that's suspicious or anything like that. So it seems like for now his cover hasn't been blown. So it seems like Damnatio was the only one who knew, and that's why Lucius went ahead and killed Damnatio. So no one else ever discovered that. And I will say it was dumb of Damnatio to confront Lucius alone. It's not surprising why he got off like that, like he did. So some of the other things that take place in this chapter is Asta confessing to Sister Lily, and he proposes to her, and he, you know, pretty much wants to get married to Sister Lily. It's been like that the whole entire series. Very in character for Asta. He really just doesn't give up. But it seems right here that at this point he understands that he can't change Sister Lily's mind. Like, he can't do that. So he says instead, he's just like, well, witness me become the Wizard King. Which is pretty cool, because that just shows Asta doesn't give up. And I totally believe that Asta is going to become Wizard King. Like, Yuno's in the race, yes. Yuno's ahead of Asta, yes. But Asta, to me, I feel like has more determination than Yuno. And like, his determination is gonna work in his favor, definitely. I think I'm rooting for Asta in this. I don't know if he's gonna be the next Wizard King, but we just gonna have to kind of see how this goes down. I mean, things could really, you know, go down right now. Like, oh, I'm talking about, we don't know what Lucius really is going to try to do. He might try to just destroy the entire Clover Kingdom, and it might be just destroyed. I don't really know. Depending on how it goes, That would tell us if we need a Wizard King before Asta, or if Asta should just be the next Wizard King. Let's put it like this. Let's say Lucius and Asta face off. Lucius, you know, being with his connection to Julius, if Asta defeats him, basically he could take his place. That's what I'm thinking in my head. But, you know, maybe I feel like that's all it would take, honestly. I don't even think there's no maybes. If Asta defeats Lucius Julius, I think he's ready to become Wizard King. I think it'll be interesting to see how that ends up getting decided, because they're already talking about it, right? You know, who's gonna be the next Wizard King? Because I would assume that they think that Julius still isn't gonna be able to get his full power as before, but they're gonna be in for a rude awakening. So that's gonna be interesting to see. Honestly, we got some more scenes, but you know, I still got the review coming out, so y'all come check out that review when I talk about more. But Yami is pretty much confused why Charlotte's been acting weird. We know that Charlotte confessed, and Finro told Yami this, but Yami's like kind of thinking to herself, like, is this kind of true? Is this real? I don't know. You know, he's kind of like contemplating it. But as far as this chapter is concerned, I think it's a good comeback for Black Clover. Good note to come back on. They got a really cool panel of Lucius, so we already know it's about to go down in Black Clover. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please go ahead and leave a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. As always, it's been your boy NeoXO, and I'm out.